Today I'm going to make tabbouleh, but with a little bit of a twist. I've got a whole Bannockburn free-range chicken that I've gently poached, and I'm going to roast some cauliflower. I need half a cauliflower for this recipe, so I'll cut it in half and then just cut it into pieces and slice through. So now some freshly ground pepper. Salt. And some olive oil. I'm just going to toss that around with my hands. And this goes into a hot oven around 180 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes until it starts to brown up. While my cauliflower's roasting, I'm going to cook some quinoa. I've got white quinoa that's I've just run that under cold running water just to wash off the residue on the outside of the seed. 160 grams of quinoa and 500 grams of chicken stock. Put that on high. Pinch of salt, and I'll leave that to come up to the boil. Now, while we're waiting for that to come up, I'll start chopping some herbs. That one bunch of chives is good for this recipe. Chives in a bowl. And next I'll chop some coriander. Now I'm just going to shred it. So I roll it up tightly, just slice along with my knife. Okay, quinoa's coming up to the boil. Just let that get to a rolling boil. Now I'll turn that back to a simmer, and that will take about 10 or 15 minutes to cook. It'll cook, all the liquid will absorb, and we'll just be left with the quinoa. And now I'm going to chop some parsley, just the same way as the coriander. So there's all my herbs done. I've got some cranberries there, some dry cranberries. I've got some slivered almonds that have been lightly toasted and some sultanas that have been roughly chopped. And next I'll make a dressing made with some pomegranate molasses. I'll use 1 tablespoon. And I've got some red wine vinegar. some extra virgin olive oil. Salt, pepper. I'll give that a whisk. Now this quinoa is getting close, probably another 2 to 3 minutes. It needs to cook until all that liquid has evaporated. But now I'll check on my cauliflower. It's still got a little while to go. Now all the liquids have been absorbed into the quinoa, so that's ready to come off. And I'm just going to put it into a big wide bowl because I need to let some of the steam out. So just with a fork, I'll just fluff that around a little bit. Just needs a minute or so just to let that steam escape. Now for my cauliflower. Cauliflower's out of the oven and it's beautiful and crunchy. So I'm just going to add that now to my quinoa. Don't be afraid of all the crunchy bits. They taste great. Now, to add my almonds, sultanas, about half a cup of cranberries, my dressing, poached chicken, and all of my herbs. Now there's only one way to toss this, and that's with your hands. And there it is, my tabbouleh with a twist.